Okay, today is our new topic about the sorting. Let's do our ascending and descending in this code. First of all, we will declare the variable which will be array here, and then I'm going to write here array 5, where array will be I will write 9 3 7 2 5. Right, now I'm going to declare the variable I, j, temp, and also n is equal to 4. Alright, okay, now what are we going to do is we are going to use the loop. In this loop we are going to I is equal to 0, so this loop will count each element one by one. So I will be 0 1 2 3 4, so it will go up to like this. So here we are, so I is less than n minus 1. So why are we writing I n minus 1 is, so I will go up to the n minus 2. Why not up to n? Because there is no comparison. If I will go up to the last, there will be no comparison. So due to that, we are going to write n minus 1. So now we are going to go for another loop which will be your j. So j is equal to, so j will be equal to I plus 1, and j will be go up to n minus n, and then j plus plus. Now what does it means? So we are going to have if I is equal to 0, in that scenario j will be what? So j will be, I means 0, 0 plus 1 1. So if I will be 0, in that case 3 will be, so I will be 0, which will be 9, and 1 will be 3. So in that scenario I is equal to j. So this is how we are going to compare. If array I is greater than array j, in that scenario we are going to put what? So we are simply going to we are simply put our temporary, which is our let's say a temporary box. We are going to store it for a later on. So array I, if you are going to store temporary boxes with the array I, in that case array I will be equal to our array j, and array j is going to be swapping with the what? With the temporary. So what are we going to do here is, if array I means we have 9 and j means we have 3, right? In that case 9 is greater than 3. Yes. So if yes, then simply put array I, which will be 9, into a temporary box, and then after, if array I is equal to array j, in that scenario 9 9 it will be, and array j will be swapping with the temporary, which we already swap with the 9, right? So this will be coming to the front and 9 will be going to the back, right? So this is how it is going to compare with each other. If it's greater, then okay. If it's greater, then it will swap between two number, right? So okay, now what are we going to do is print our ascending order. Now what are we going to do now is I is equal to 0. In that case what are we going to do? So if I is equal to 0, then here I should be greater less than n, in that case I plus plus. Right, now we are just simply printing the ascending order, right? Data, separating data type, and then after array I. So next will be our printing a descending order. So descending order, right? We are going to print a descending order. Let's put here n as well, just to separate the line. Right, now we are going to put for the loop for the descending. So I is equal to 0. In that scenario, I is equal to n minus 1, because we are going to do the descending order, so decrement. So I is less than or equal to, if we didn't write equal to 0, then what happen is it is going to print up to second lowest number. It is not going to print the lowest number. It is only going to print up to second lowest number, which will not be our full array number. So that's why we want to smallest number as well. So that's why we are going to write the equal to here, I minus minus. So here we are going to print again separating data type, and then after array I. So simply we are going to do this. So let's see, and if we got a proper answer, or I think we got a proper answer. What is here our mistake is we need a spaces between the number, each element. Now we will see. So you can see here the ascending order 2 3 7 9, and descending order is 9 7 3 2, right? Oh, descending. Okay, our spelling is mistake here. So 9 7 3 2. Now how it is happened, did you understand? Is we will debug it and then we will see it. But first of all, we can see here the comparison. It is going to compare between these two elements, and then again it is, if it's greater than the first element, then it is going to swap between each other, and again it is going to compare between each other, and again it is going to swap, right? So each element is going to compare with each index of element, and then it is going to swap between each other, and then it is going to have the ascending order. And in descending order, if so in this descending order, if our 9 is equal to 3, is 9 is greater than or equal to 3, or let's say 3 is greater than 9, is it false? So 9 will be here. Again 9 is 7 is greater than 9, false. Again 2 is greater than 9, no, it's false. 5 is greater than 9, no, false. So 9 is our biggest first element, will be a first element in descending order. And again it is going to compare between now these two. So 3 is so 7 is greater than 3, yes, it is going to swap. Again 7 is greater than 2, no. 7 is greater than 5, no. So 7 will be our second element. So this is how a descending order will work. So we will see in debug. Let's click to our breakpoint and run and debug, and then we will gonna see our run and debug. This is how it's going to help us to understand in a deeper way. Okay, so this is our first loop where we have, so this loop will count each index is 0 1 2 3 4, right? So let's see. So yeah, I is in our 0, right? Now j will be our 1. How? So I means 0, 1 means 0 plus 1, there will be 0, 1. So I0 means 9, j1 means 3. So 9 is equal to 3. So 9 is greater than 3. Yes, yes. Then it is going to swap between each other. Yes. So our j become 1 here, so which will be a 1 index means 3. Right now there is our condition. So if array I is greater than array j, in that scenario our temporary box where we put our so array I will be going to put into our temporary box, so later on it won't be overwritten. Let's say array I will not be forgotten later on when we are going to loop between each other. So that's why we are going to replace with a temporary box. And then again array I will be, you can see here temporary, we have placed our temporary box 9, which is our first element, so it is not going to forgotten later on. So if array I is equal to array j, in that case array j is equal to temporary box, so it's going to change. Right now again it's going to be, yeah, because it's going to be 2 again. So here in that scenario now again it is going to check between 9 is greater than 7, it is going to see. Again 3, it is going to check between each element, with each element it is going to see, and if it's yes, then it's going to print our first element. Right again, so we have finished one condition here. So 3 so 9 is greater than 3. Yes, we are going to swap between each other. We have swapped successfully. Now we are going to go into the first, we have finishes our 0 index. Now we are going to into 1 index, which will be second index. Let's see, I will be a 1, so j will be again 2. So I will be 1, that means okay, so j will be 2. Again the condition will be same for both of them. If 9 is greater than 7, then swap between each other. Right, again you can see here temporary boxes, we have placed the 9 value. Yes, now it's going to check with each element. 9 is now second element, which is going to check with each element. So if it's okay, right, no, now it's going to go into 2, so which means 0 1 2, which will be our okay, so 0 1 2, and then j will be 3. Yes, so this is how basically it is going to compare between each other. So if it's greater than the first element, then it is going to swap. Again they are going to compare with another fourth element, and if it find a greater, then it is going to print our ascending order. So this is how it is going to print our ascending order. Right, so it is going to print up to 4th time. So 3, okay, we got a ascending order. Now it's time for our descending order. So in our descending order as well, we are going to print also. This is only okay, in ascending order and in descending order the concept is same. In ascending order, if first element is greater than the second element, then swap between each other and compare each element with that element. So if that element is greater or smaller, then in ascending order, in smaller will come front, then bigger will go back in descending order, we are going to check the first element is greater or equal to the second element. If it's greater, it's going to sit in the first element, first index, and then the first index will check with each element just to find out that it is the most highest number or a value or not. So this is how it is going to print in here as well. You can see in a descending order it is going to print like that. And then what we are going to have our ascending and a descending value. So this is how it is work.